Right.
And I mean, it's still kind of cool because there's still some really great ones. But I mean, you see a series like Fallout, and this isn't dissing Fallout 3, which I actually have played, or New Vegas, which I haven't. But you see a series like that, which was like a classical point and click Final Fantasy. Fuck whenever I want to say RPG, I think Final Fantasy. Well, there you go. That's how much influence Final Fantasy had on it. But yeah, Fallout was a point and click RPG, and now even that's first person shooter, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like everything. That's how the money is made, and we just want to show that RPGs are still fun. I mean, I don't play as many as I used to,
right?
But I was a big RPG fan for a couple generations. And, Final Fantasy always tries something, like I said. And I just happen to not like 12, and he doesn't like 10 or 12. Now, do you got anything else to say about 12?
No, about 12, no.
Then we're moving on to Final Fantasy 13.
13's going to be where we're going to end up ending this video, because I don't think 14's actually released yet.
It's not in North America. I think it's in Japan.
Yeah, it's
so
in
we
Japan.
Can't do
so it's
14.
not out in North America yet. 14 will be a part of it.
It's been getting bad reviews.
It has been getting bad reviews.
Last I checked.
But we've put our balls on the plank and inducted the whole Final Fantasy series. So whatever, 14, whatever, haven't played yet. Final Fantasy 13. I was so excited when I heard that they were making Final Fantasy 13 because, like I say, I disliked 12 so much, didn't even really give 12 a chance, and I thought, geez, it's been a couple of years now, maybe they're not going to make another one. So that scared the piss out of me, obviously, because I love Final Fantasy so much. And then they announced they were going to make Final Fantasy 13, and that was a great day. And when I started reading a lot about Final Fantasy 13, I thought, wow, this sounds like a really awesome idea. Got it, finally, started playing it, and luckily I was rewarded. We got another phone call. This is not a call-in show.
This is probably a business call. I should probably take this because I'm so important.
Would the grocery store be calling you at this hour?
The grocery store's closed.
That's true. So it can't possibly be a business call. Butler. I already got it. Thanks, Mike. Second video in a row. So Final Fantasy 13. Like I say, I've played it quite a bit now. I'm about 40 hours into it. I'm currently playing it. And let's say, luckily, I was rewarded. I was rewarded with what I feel is a great experience. I was rewarded with characters who are... they're total JRPG stereotypes. Like, they're the fluffy sort of JRPG stereotypes. Especially a couple of the characters, Hope and Vanille, are very, very, very kid-like. And they're very just, that kind of thing. All the time.
All the time. Alright.
I fucked that one up, sorry. So a couple of the characters are kind of unbearable at times. And I was finding, early when I was playing the game, I thought, oh my god, I hope the whole game's not like this. Because it was a lot of those characters, and it was really hard to swallow. I can say now that I've been rewarded with a great Final Fantasy experience. One thing I will say, if you are contemplating picking up 13 and you haven't picked it up yet, be prepared for your first 12 to 15 hours of the game that the game's going to change a lot. You're gonna start, and it's going to teach you how to do something. You're going to do a little bit more. You're going to have video scenes, a lot of video scenes. Almost feels like you're watching a movie, and it was very close to being off-putting for me, because I'm more of a, I want to pick up and play. But it's very video scene heavy in the first 10 hours or so. Butler! Very video scene heavy, and it's hard sometimes to get past that, because you want to get up and you want to be playing the game, and it can be frustrating. So if you're thinking about picking it up, be aware that you should be in it for the long term, not the short term. Because if you're only in it for the short term to pick up and play, it's going to be a disappointment. What do you want to say about it?
I've never played it. I've watched him play for, I don't know,
couple hours close.
Yeah, I've probably watched you play a couple hours. So keep in mind, my opinion is strictly on watching. So, one, if you're going to overload us with video scenes, they better be, like, Metal Gear awesome.
Yeah.
Because I could sit and watch Metal Gear, you know, all day. Like, they're talking about making a movie, and, you know, like, I can just watch the games. So you better have video scenes that good. And I haven't played, obviously, and I haven't seen as many. So if they're that good, then that's forgivable to me. But somehow I doubt it. And this is where my negativity comes in. From what I've seen, not really a fan.
There's a lot of needless video scenes. There's a lot of video scenes that are sort of thrown in there. It's like, why did that have to be a video scene? You walked from one place to another.
Yeah, that irked me. And that's I've seen even in some games that I really like that Fragile Dreams, which is on my floor. I won't talk about it long, but I've noticed that in some games, you take a step, and it's like, video scene.
Bam, video
it's
scene.
like, screw off.
Sit back and enjoy.
You know, if you're going to be an RPG that has you dungeon crawling, you know, do the dungeon crawl, and then reward us with a video scene at the end, or whatever, right? But don't have me walk 3 steps and then show me a video scene, because that's just really annoying. I don't know. I'm kind of annoyed by their how they have to bring back the glory of Cloud, you know, by making Lightning like a female Cloud, which is probably cool. She seems like a pretty cool character.
Yeah. She is, absolutely.
But what is their, like, I know why they do it, but they have this fascination with, they've already made Cloud, they've already made Squall, which was their attempt at a Cloud, and now they're making yet another Cloud.
Yeah.
And I mean, don't get me wrong, Cloud's an interesting character. And I don't know how Lightning's, quest turns out.
She's yet to have the mental fuck-up that Cloud had in 7.
Yeah,
and I don't think she's going to.
Cloud was a mental fuck-up, and that's why we cared.
Yeah, that's true.
Because he was fucked.
Yeah. That's absolutely, that's true.
But,
I lucked out with 13 because I have found a reason to get invested at least a little bit with every character. The least of which, I suppose, is Hope. I don't use Hope very much. Hope is a sissy.
I like the guy who looks like The Rock.
Saz.
Yo, he's dropping the people's elbow.
It's true. He rolls up with a baby chocobo, like it's in his afro.
And he looks like The Rock.
And he definitely, he should have been voiced by The Rock.
That would have been awesome.
If you smell what Saj is cooking.
That would have been better than Final Fantasy VII.
That would have been pretty fantastic. But I like the magic system. I like the way they had the magic system set up with the Crystarium and the Crystarium points. I don't mind like the Eidolons, the summons and stuff like that. I like the idea of the battle parties and the different formations, different paradigms, things like that. I will say I kind of hate when you change your party and you have to redo all your paradigms. It doesn't remember the paradigms from the last time you had that party.
A simple
it does
thing
suck.
that
Very
sucks.
simple thing. Would have taken like less than a day, I assume, to code into the game, and would have made things so much easier. Because I like to switch my party pretty quick. Because I don't like walking around with the same people in my party all the time when I don't have to. So I like switching it up. Except for Hope, because Hope is a pussy.
Luckily, The Rock's in the game.
Luckily, The
That'll
Rock
make
is
up
in the game.
for it.
Honestly, I've been so rewarded by sticking it out with Final Fantasy 13 because I think I had every reason in the world to give up on it because it annoyed me. Oh, it was to the point of annoying me with video scenes. At this point, it might be number 3 on my list of best at this point. I think has a great story. Has horrible place names though. Cocoon and Pulse. What the fuck is that? But so work on that for the next console Final Fantasy because I'm not even really going to pay any attention to Final Fantasy.
You think it's
14.
like some play on life?
I think it's what it is. Yeah, I do think that's what they're shooting for. I just don't like it. I just think it's a horrible name. Call it Gaia, like every other Final Fantasy has ever done.